We are live. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. This is the Temple Municipal Court. This is a Class C court. The cases that are filed here are Class C offenses, and they result in the imposition of fines and costs. They normally do not result in jail time. I do want to talk to you before we move forward about your options. The first thing I have to do every day, though, is identify folks who are in the meeting. So if you're not listed as the name that is on your case, I'm going to start having to ask you. I see several people that are just labeled, for example, iPhone. I see a few people that I haven't identified as being on my docket. If you're not on my docket today, I'll uninvite you to the meeting and ask that you watch from YouTube so that we can focus on people who do have cases here. So if you're currently not identified as the person that is on the case, if you'll go to the right of your screen, if you take your cursor, a little arrow, you'll need to mute yourself. Everyone was muted. You remute everybody. So if you will go ahead and go to the right of your screen, and once you land on your screen, you'll find a little hand. And once you get to the top right corner, it should be your right corner, there'll be a highlighted area and it'll say mute. Leave that alone for now, although I will let you unmute and we'll talk when it's your turn. But on the right corner, you'll find three little dots. If you will click with your arrow on the three little dots, it will allow you to rename yourself. It will say rename. And that's what you want to do. Give me the name of the person whose case it is. I'll give y'all a few minutes to do that, and then I'm going to start having to ask people, who are you? So go ahead and make that step. The Koch office is here. Sanayath, they've actually labeled themselves, which is very clever. But I don't see it. Ochoa, okay. All right, they're a bit late to the game, so they'll need to wait. Okay, and so again, let me just see. I have someone named Tana Denise. Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to unmute and explain to me, is that the name on the case? Because I don't see it on my docket. Does the staff know Tiana Denise or Dennis? Do y'all know who that is?
It's me. I just renamed it to that's my middle name. It's Tiana Council is my last name.
Council, there it is. I see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll remute you, but now I can keep track of you. I don't want to lose you or your case is kind of the issue. The next person I see that I can't identify is a person named S. Bush. So, oh, that's Miss Bush. Okay, that's a staff member, a new staff member. So thank you very much. I'll stop looking at that one. Let's see, Jeanette Gonzalez. Can staff identify? Jeanette Gonzalez. What's your name, please? I've asked you to unmute. Who has a case?
My name is Samuel.
Sorry?
Janet Gonzalez, I'm using her phone.
Right, what is your name?
Samuel Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Samuel Alvarez and Angelica Alvarez.
Angelica Alvarez. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm going to rename that it won't change anything on your phone, okay?
Okay.
That way I won't lose track of you. Great.
Okay.
I'll be back with
Thank
you
you
shortly. And then I had two people named iPhone. Let's see. They've renamed, I think. So Audrey Soto, we have you in. Raimundo Martinez, we have you in. Robert Anderson, I've already logged you in. Kayla Reynolds, that was one of those iPhones. Great. And then William Conlon is another one that was an iPhone, and now we've got his name. So that's going to help a lot. Raise your hand if you're here for Logan Plankenhorn. Logan Plankenhorn. Okay, I don't see that person. And then if you're here for James Prentice. James Prentice. And also if you're here for Joel Oakley. Joel Oakley. Okay, so moving forward, my name is Judge Person. As I said, this is the Temple Municipal Court. It's a Class C court. The cases filed here are Class C offenses. And one thing you want to know, or that you need to know, is that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what that's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving your answer or your response to that accusation. There are three options for entering a plea: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Now, the law presumes that we're not guilty, okay? When you change, if you change that to guilty or no contest, that has, one path. If you maintain not guilty, that has another path. So let me talk a little bit about what the pleas mean and where the plea can take you and what options that you have along the way, okay? So if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm going to move that case into sentencing today. Guilty means I did this. No contest means I'm not going to say I did it. I'm not going to say I didn't do it. I just want to move forward with sentencing today, Judge. So if you plead guilty or no contest, we're going to move that case forward. I normally don't reschedule your case for a sentencing hearing. It doesn't make sense to do that. It takes a lot of your time. My time, that's what I do. So if it benefits you in connection with some of the options that I'm about to talk about, to do a delay, I might be willing to look at that with you and give you more time if it makes logical sense to do that and legal sense to do that, okay? And I'll talk about what I mean by that in just a moment, but there are some options available and I'll tell you about those, okay? If you plead not guilty, you're actually requesting that the case be proved against you. That's how the law works. We're presumed not guilty. And if the state wants you to be found guilty, if they want to move that case forward, then they have the burden of proof. And what that really means is we go to trial with that case. Now, some cases are on the not guilty docket, and we have to sort through what really needs to be there, what shouldn't be there. And the state's attorney, Ms. Warren, is on the screen. She'll be representing the state. Thank you, Ms. Warren. And she's making that determination, what she's going to take forward. You're also deciding that as well. And I want everybody to get a good look at the case, make those decisions. Sometimes the case can be resolved, sometimes it can't. I really don't have an opinion about that. My goal is for due process to take place and for everybody to have a meaningful opportunity to weigh in if that's what's needed, and for people to know their options and understand what's happening today. So I'll be doing that, okay? The pretrial docket is meeting today. Ms. Warren has a pretty heavy docket. Folks who are not on that docket, I'm just going to juggle that back and forth as I usually do, okay? Or as I always do, actually. So I will start actually with the attorney that showed up representing, let's see, Audrey Soto, because she was here early in the game. I believe that's, let's see, let me find that attorney. I marked it and now I've lost track of the name. There we go. Audrey Soto, are you? No, I'm sorry, you're Barbara Anderson was first. And then Miss Soto, excuse me. Is an attorney representing Miss Anderson? I'm going to ask you to unmute. And are you an attorney? Are you Miss Anderson? Okay, that's fine. You're still first. So but you're going to want to go ahead and use video.
I can't get it on video. It
Okay.
came up like that, and I can't get it to show my face.
Okay, that's fine. Ms. Warren and I are familiar with that, and we'll do the best we can. Okay, it makes it a little harder for you, and we'll be patient. So I'll move you into that. It's a breakout room where the pretrial docket happens. And what will happen here shortly after I stop talking a lot is that you'll get an invitation to join that meeting, and then after you get that invitation, you join that meeting. You'll have a conversation that is not for my ears, and then you move back into this room, and you'll click to move back in. So let Mary know that Mr. Plankenhorn will be let in shortly. It's just that he was quite late. I will tell people when you plead guilty or if you plead not guilty, we do a pretrial. That's meeting today, but that's a full docket today. And then the next thing that's going to happen is that we'll schedule you for, it's a 2-part meeting. The first part is like what you're watching today, a pretrial, okay? And the second is a meeting here in the building. If we need to get to that point, we certainly can do that, okay? But we are still trying to maintain safety for all. We are also finding that Zoom works quite well for preliminary matters because quite honestly, most people would prefer not to take off work and travel over to the court and wait in a crowded room, even without the pandemic issues going on. I think most people that appear in a Class C court are glad that they have this option. So we're continuing with this option right now. So what I will do then is go ahead and advance to the part where I talk to you about options. So if you plead guilty or no contest, I move your case forward with sentencing. Now in this type of court, sentencing is normally a finding of guilt on your record, paying those fines and costs. But there are still 4 ways to have a case removed from your record. One is where you have an item that can be removed because you come into compliance. So sometimes there are certain types of cases where you can bring the issue up to date and gain a dismissal. One example of that, I won't give you all of those, there are about 15. They're mostly in the traffic code. One example would be if you have a registration charge and your vehicle wasn't registered at the time that you were stopped, might even have been the reason for the stop. And you show up on time to court, you've updated your registration, you've paid all the fees that are required to be paid, and instead of paying a $190 ticket, you pay a $20 dismissal fee. So that's an example of a compliance dismissal. If you have a case like that, the law says I just walk you through it basically and see if you're qualified. If you're qualified, I'll start trying to get you to that dismissal. If you can meet the demands, we do it. If you need a little time because you didn't know you were going to have to show those things, those items today, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where a delay might be in your interest. And I'm usually willing to entertain that, okay? Because a lot of people just don't know, you know. And some things I'm not required to expect that you know, okay? Another option would be if you have a moving violation, which obviously can't be brought into compliance. You can't bring that up to date. You either were or weren't violating the speed limit at the time. But for folks who plead either guilty or no contest, if you qualify to be in the driver safety course, I'm supposed to let you know that it's an option, and I will do that, okay? Now, it does require that you be on time. CDL holders cannot do the driver safety course option. There's no way to trick around that and give it up and get it back later. The legislature is very clear. CDL holder at the time of the stop or at the time of the plea, either cannot do the driver safety course option. But I'll look and see if you're qualified and let you know. Now, in both of those instances, I'm not saying that you can't ask me questions about it. And if you think I've missed a step, well, you speak up. But I am letting you know that sometimes people worry about, do I know the right things to say? And we try to avoid that and make the playing field rather level, okay? A third option, if the first two don't work particularly well, the third option would be to do what is called a deferred disposition. Deferred means delay. Disposition means to make final. So we delay making the case final. I take your plea of guilty or no contest. And if you make a request at the time that you enter a plea, you can ask for a deferred disposition from a judge in a Class C court in Texas. You can't at other types of courts. But at the Class C level, partly because we do a lot of volume, partly because we do traffic, sometimes people want to ask for a deferred. And if you ask at the time of your plea, then I will entertain that request. And if I'm able to grant it, I will. If not, I personally will give you a brief explanation as to why I'm saying no. I won't debate my rulings with you, but I usually will take a moment to educate you about where I'm coming from, which is 90%, 99% of the time, that's because of the law, okay? And then that's the third way to gain a dismissal. And the trick there is guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. Now, you can also ask the prosecutor if she's willing to recommend a deferred to me, and that's appropriate as well. But in Class C courts, if you plead guilty or no contest, you can ask the judge directly. At higher level courts, you must ask the prosecutor first. So there's a little difference if you've ever watched a proceeding elsewhere or been to a proceeding with a friend. It would look a little different in that respect, okay? And then the fourth way to gain a dismissal is if you qualify for the Temple Teen Court, and that's a student in high school status, okay? And if you're a student, I'm going to assume that you and your parent on a plea of guilty or no contest would be interested in teen court. And if you all will all watch, I'll explain with the first one that I do. But it is a way for young people to take responsibility for themselves. And if they do so and are effective, and the parent at that point is helping, okay, but not doing for. And there's a big difference in the law. And what happens, we know, is that a person who successfully completes teen court is significantly less likely to commit an offense again. So there's a recidivism issue, and there's oftentimes, especially with driving, a safety issue. And if it's not related to driving, then we're talking about a person's criminal record. And when you're young and you make unwise decisions, those can haunt you for a long time. And teen court is a way to help you with that as well. Okay, so those are the things I'll say. There are some local options that we have available. And again, I'll let you know about those as we proceed. Okay, but I don't want to talk all morning because that would take more of your time than we're expecting. I'm now going to create the breakout room, and this will be for folks who are here for pretrial. And I'm assigning those, as I saw people join and attempt to get into the meeting. So that's as much as we can do so. That's a first come, first serve type of option. And Ms. Warren is going to go on into that room because she's the prosecutor. Please remember when you're done, you're coming back out into this room, because if you come to any kind of agreement, I need to sign off on it. If there's no agreement, I need to sign off on that too. So don't leave. You're not free to leave at that point. You got to come back in here. Everybody got that? Just, let me know if there are questions, okay? So Ms. Anderson, sending you to that room. Just go ahead and click accept and you'll be there. Hopefully you can hear me. There she goes. All right. So I'm going to then begin with my portion of the docket, and I will just juggle that back and forth. And let me get my files organized in that appearance order. Mr. Taplin. Alvarez. Just a really quick question for folks, for staff. I also have Samuel Alvarez. He's not listed here. Did he just get left off because we already had? Oh, he also has? Y'all just didn't write him down here. Is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, I just don't want to miss somebody who should be having a discussion with us. All right. So that leaves me with, and I'll just call it again as I'm standing here. If you're here for Joel Oakley, are you in the meeting? And Mr. Taylor, you have your hand raised. Is there a problem? I don't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you. Mr. Taylor, I'm going to send you a note. Please connect. Please connect to your sound. That is on your end. If that doesn't work, then exit the meeting and re-enter. You won't lose your place in line. Keep working on that. Right now, we're not hearing you, and I don't suspect we're going to.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll keep you muted. I'm glad we got it solved, and we'll keep moving forward. Okay. Probably didn't hear the options, so I'll have to. Okay, unless these two folks appear, I'll just put them over there for now. And let me get Miss Anderson pulled up for when she gets back in. And all right. Ms. Acuna, I'm going to ask you to unmute and also ask you to start your video, please. And just please unmute. Thank you very much. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So I did review your case, and it does look like we have a case called driving under the influence as a minor. You need to be aware that if you pay that, it's $281. Also, the allegation date is January 16th, 2021. I do want to let you know a few more things too. If you are found guilty of this offense, or even if we do a deferred, you would be required to complete a alcohol awareness class, and up to, I believe it is 12 hours. Yes, 12 hours of alcohol related community service, and a 12-hour class in, an alcohol related class, awareness class, and 12 hours of alcohol related community service. If you are convicted, you will receive a license suspension. Ma'am, make sure that your screen, is down so where I can see you. I also want you to know that would result in a suspension of your license that would be 30 days, beginning 11 days from today. Okay. And that's another reason I think you tried to maybe pay at the counter, but they're not able to do that until I have that conversation with you.
Yeah.
So to all the persons here, you have the right to have representation. At a Class C level, that is representation that would represent you, but you do hire that person. We don't court appoint counsel at the Class C level. Okay. Ms. Acuna, are you aware of the right that you have, the rights that you have, including the right to retain an attorney to represent you? It's not a word in a courtroom. Try again.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand the options for pleading guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about what those pleas mean?
No.
Okay. To the charge of driving under the influence by a minor, how are you pleading?
Guilty.
Okay. And what are you seeking to do today?
I'm just trying to pay the ticket.
Okay. And you're aware that even paying the ticket, you won't be finished. You'll have a suspension on your license and you'll have a class to do, and you'll be required to take that class at your own expense, as well as perform 12 hours of alcohol-related community service. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And that is your request today? Is that your request today?
Yes.
Okay. Are you requesting a deferred to keep it off of your record in terms of a conviction?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had an alcohol-related offense before in the state of Texas?
No.
Okay. Can you pay that today?
Yes.
Okay. So payment is today, and I am granting the deferred, but it still will be 120 days. 120 days from today would be the day I would dismiss your case, provided you meet your payment arrangement, which we've just set. And then you have till May 25th of 2021 to complete your course and your community service hours. That will be in writing on your order, which we are about to work out with you. Can we send that to your email, have you print it and sign it and return it to us today?
Yes.
Okay. Are you coming by to make payment, or are you paying online or by phone?
Probably I can come by.
Okay. Then you can sign your documents here.
Okay.
Can you be here before noon, please?
Yes.
Okay. We will have your paperwork at the clerk's desk in the lobby. It's going to include all the information you need for choosing an alcohol awareness class and getting those community service hours done. Remember, you've got 2 things to turn in addition to the payment, okay? Now, the good news is if you get the class done on time, get it turned into us with the 12 hours of community service, you won't get a license suspension, okay?
Okay.
Unless you reoffend. So you've got to go 120 days. Do not reoffend. Learn as much as you can from this class, okay? You're only 17. You're one of the youngest offenders I've had in the last 2 years, okay? So I'm deeply concerned for your safety. I want you to get some intervention, learn as much as you can, and stay smart about it, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Are we having a delay, or are you just not wanting to answer me?
No, I'm answering.
You're delaying your answer. I'm trying to figure out why.
I'm just listening to you.
Okay. So I will have that paperwork ready for you.
Okay.
And when you get here, keep in mind you phone when you get here, and we walk you through protocols to keep you safe. We won't keep you in the building very long, okay? But we will get you in and get you out quickly, okay? Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll remove you from the meeting, and you can make your way over now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Warren, let me find Ms. Anderson. Ms. Anderson, I'm asking you once again, if you'll unmute, that would help a great deal. And
Okay.
Steve had an opportunity to discuss, I believe, the one case, which is a case.
Miss Anderson says that she will have the property in compliance by the next court meeting.
Okay. Where are we with this? Give me just a moment. Is this the outside storage?
Yes,
Okay. And there are
and her
3
next court date is May 5th.
Okay. And is that a reset? Have we already scheduled?
Yes, it should be already scheduled.
And that's a live date?
Yes. And I've
Okay.
explained to Miss Anderson that she does have to appear for that setting.
Okay. Let me just double check. Is that the date we have on Anderson?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Anderson, we will see you on the 25th and we'll see where we go from there. Do you have any questions?
Yes. I'd like to change that to no, was it no contest? That,
Okay. On all three cases?
yes.
Okay. So we're moving forward with sentencing then? Miss Anderson,
Are we moving forward for what?
to sentencing.
No, I thought I was changed no contest and then you go to the trial on May 5th.
Okay. If you change your plea to no contest,
Mhm.
then what you're actually saying is, I want to go ahead and be sentenced.
Oh,
So I
no,
think
honey, no.
just to clarify any confusion, I think you're holding your plea to no, not guilty at this time. And Ms. Warren and you have had a discussion,
Mhm.
and we're going to talk with you live May 25th. And in the meantime, you're going to be working on getting your property into compliance for
Oh,
your
okay.
discussions with the
Mhm.
city. And she may have some, it's possible she might provide some relief at that time, but I think she's going to want to see, Ms. Warren would, that the property has been brought into compliance. That's what she's indicated today, though
Okay, yes.
I wasn't part of y'all's discussion and I don't need to be, but that's what, when y'all both came out, that's what she indicated. So I'm just reaffirming with you that we plan to see you here May
Yes,
25th,
yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Now,
That's May 5th.
May 5th.
May 5th.
Excuse me, May 5th. I do want to talk to you as well, and so don't leave the meeting yet. Let me move Ms. Warren into her next meeting.
Okay.
And the reason for that is I need to keep her moving, but I have you on a show cause as well, and I'll explain what that is in just a quick moment. And so just hold on. Ms. Warren, your next pretrial is actually Raphael Curtis Wade, and I believe, is Ms. Williams here for that case?
Yes, Judge, I am here.
Okay, I mistakenly identified you with a different person earlier. My apologies for
No
that.
problem.
And so let me send that invitation to you and let y'all have that pretrial time conversation. You should have received a request. There you go. Ms. Anderson, we have a separate case on rubbish that is currently it's been in a payment plan. You were
Yes.
paying or required to pay $75 a month.
Mhm.
That's gotten behind.
No, I
And-
caught that up.
Okay, let me
Last week.
double check that because we checked that this morning. Where are we on that? Is the next payment? Okay, yes, ma'am, we show that as well. I had some old information on the file and I've updated that now. Yeah, she's caught up. Please note that. And we will see you May 5th, okay, ma'am?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Don't think I need any of these at this time. And let me get Wade's file. Okay. And then my next person is Raimundo Martinez. There you are, Mr. Martinez. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Judge Person. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I notice you're 17. Are you still in high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where do you go to school?
Temple High.
Okay. And there are two charges. One is for no driver's license on February 2nd. If you pay that ticket today, the costs and fines at this time are $181. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest.
Okay. And then on the stop sign charge, February 2nd is the same date of allegation. If you paid that ticket today, the costs and fines are $234. How are you pleading to that charge?
No contest. So,
Okay. Where are you in the process of getting your DO?
I have an appointment set for May 4th.
Okay. You know you're not allowed to drive right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Why were you driving?
I believe I was going to the store. Yeah,
You
to the
what?
gas station. I was going to a gas station.
Okay. So the law's not going to give you like any leeway there. There's actually no recognized legal reason to drive without a license. And you need to be aware of that because I want to work with you. But if you rack up more tickets, I'm not going to be able to. Okay. I do have teen court as an option for you. That would allow us to give you time to get that license and bring that to me. I know you're doing, have you finished the coursework required?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any more coursework that you're required to do before you take that test?
No, ma'am. I don't believe so.
So they have let you schedule for that date.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I am going to actually have you take I've got a case manager here for teen court. Let me just ask her thoughts quickly. Maybe the essay. Mhm. Anything else? Okay. Right. Okay. Do you have a permit yet?
No, ma'am.
That's what you're getting. Okay. I'm going to want a copy of that permit. All right. I also want to verify your classes that you've taken. So can you get those to me? Well, you can turn them in any time between now and May 5th. I want to say, let me double check that date on the court's calendar. Let's make it May 6th. So the license, your certificates of your classes that you've taken, you still have copies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then we have an essay for you to write regarding safety, and it would be 8 pages. We will give you the written out directions for what that's going to look like. Do you have any, see any issues with what I'm asking you to do?
No, ma'am.
Okay. There are also 2 $20 fees that need to get paid, preferably today. But if you do everything that I'm asking, you would pay the 2 $20 fees, get those items turned in, and get your cases dismissed and not pay $514. All right. Can you pay those 2 fees today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I see you're local. When can we have you come by, sign all your paperwork, and pay those fees?
Within the next hour.
Okay. I'll have everything at the counter for you.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, a clerk can help you. And if it's something a clerk can't answer, well, they'll get me to weigh in on that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. Yeah, we had reset you, so I'm glad you're ready to go. All right. Thank you. We'll have everything at the window for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've got Janet Gonzalez in. Who was that? I renamed that person and I think she had to leave. We can sort that out with time. Okay, let's see. Ms. Warren is still hurrying. Mr. Taplin, good morning. How are you, sir? Oops, let's unmute you.
I'm good, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you for asking. Let me just give a quick review, see where we are. Are there any notes from Mr. Taplin's last? Just give me 1 second, Mr. Taplin, because I know that we've spoken about everything recently,
Yes, ma'am.
and I just want to remind myself. Yes. Gotcha. What's the gambling? What's that? May I see a copy of that? Okay. That's closed. 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 I don't need that full page. And then we have,
He had pled guilty to that, and he's doing community service. He had 57 hours, and it just never got completed.
okay. All right. That's true on the stop sign charge and the insurance charge as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right, so we had community service ordered, and we just, it was ordered. Let me get that order as well, y'all. And just never, it was not intended to, basically. From my perspective, it looks like you blew it off. So we summoned you in to talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Now I had planned. I normally get these things. I normally get this stuff done. I normally handle my business. At the time, I really had been going through something, and it slipped my mind. It like got behind me. So like I can handle it and I can get it done if I can get another chance to get it done.
Now, where are you working at this time?
I
where are
no
you working?
longer work right now.
Okay.
I don't have a job right now.
Okay. Are you still collecting unemployment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is that amount?
900.
Is that twice a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live alone?
I mean, I got a kind of roommate.
Sorry?
Roommate.
You have a roommate. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your portion of the rent?
It's 280.
280 is your portion?
Yes, ma'am.
And your electric, what is your portion?
We take turns like doing it.
What's your portion?
Like I will pay it one time, then they will pay it the next time. You know
I
what I mean?
understand. The last time you paid it, what did you pay?
Oh, I paid like 150.
Okay. Do you have any unpaid medical bills?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are they in payments? Do you make a regular payment?
I actually haven't started them yet. I was trying to work on something with them.
Right.
I need insurance.
Yes. Do you have a car payment?
No,
Do you have car insurance?
no,
Do you have child support or child care that you're required to pay?
no.
What's your phone bill
$60,
and your water bill?
100.
Any other bills that you haven't told me about?
No.
Okay, I'm showing that we need to shift to payments. Have you done any of the community service?
I had done some, but I had lost my papers. Like I had been going through something. That's why I'm saying it had got behind me. Like before you had gave me community service, I anytime I deal with you, like I handle my business. Like that's what I'm saying. That's when I had been going through something at this time. So that's why I had got behind me.
Okay. Well, it's going to turn into $50 a month.
Okay.
What's a good time to do that each month?
I can say I can do that around the 1st.
Okay. If you will sign for that today, we can start on the 1st. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. I couldn't hear what you said at first.
Okay, $50 a month,
Okay.
and you'll need to come by today to sign that.
Okay.
Now, unless you can print out what I send you and sign it and return it. Can we do
I
that?
can come in and do it.
Okay.
That's just too much.
Okay, all right then. So I will get that ready for you. It'll be at the counter. And just come in and they'll print it out for you. I'm also going to do a reduction on that one case. April 1st. Yes. Just based on income. The gambling charge. Let me look at the thank you. Let me look at the fine real quickly.
Okay, but ma'am, on the total amount, will you have it all there and everything so I can just see how much everything is?
Yes, I will. And you can always pay early without penalty. Also, based on your income, I am doing a reduction on that larger case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll remove you from the meeting so you can head on over, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, let me see the, I gotta see it. This one, I'll be right with you. This is that team. This is him. This one has Mr. Wade. This person is Soto. How much? Okay, you can take that in half. Make sure the staff tells him. Okay. All right, thank you, everybody, for waiting. And let me find Mr. Wade again. Let's see.
Attorney Williams, Judge. I'm here for Mr.
Oh,
Wade.
I'm sorry. I keep doing that. I really, in my mind, you were representing a different person.
That's okay.
And certainly, there we go. Okay, have y'all come to any conclusions? Are we heading to trial? What's our?
Well, Judge, we're going to, we've accepted deferred disposition on the no insurance ticket. It's at $453.70. The state has agreed to plea and bar the FTA. And the state has offered a straight probation on the expired registration. The defense would like to request defer from the court on that. I understand that it's not a moving violation, and I understand that it doesn't put points on his record. I do understand that, as Ms. Warren has explained to me. However, on a comprehensive driving record, it does show on there will say expired registration if there is a conviction on a comprehensive one. And so that's the reason why we're requesting a deferral. Let's see what else. Is that correct, Ms. Warren? I just want to make sure that I'm saying everything that we.
Yes, you did want that deferred, and I didn't offer it. And I explained to you that it could be offered from the bench, and it would be the judge's option.
Okay.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. Warren. Quick question. Ms. Warren, are you requiring proof of insurance for that?
Yes.
Okay. And is that coming in today?
There may be a delay. I believe she said that it's going to take a week for him to get a driver's license.
Okay, doesn't have a DL.
Can I clarify for that? It
Yes.
may take him a week to sign up to get the driver's license. Here in Dallas right now, we have where you can sign up for driver's license and for the appointments, but they're not having appointments right now until August.
Okay, when can he show insurance is what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. That we can get done probably by the end of the week.
Okay, by the 26th.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Warren, how much insurance are you requesting that they show?
Do you mean the difference between full coverage and
No,
just
a month, 2 months, 3 months?
Oh, you're talking about time for them to present it?
No. Is it
What
a
are you
policy
asking?
that covers 30 days? Is it a policy that covers 60 days?
No, it needs to cover the entire deferral period as usual.
Right, that's normally what you request. I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and that Ms. Williams knows that that's the expectation.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to clarify.
Mhm.
Ms. Williams, did you understand that request?
Yes, Judge, and that it's for 120 days. That's correct?
Yes, yes. The deferred would end 7/27/21. Proof of insurance by 3/26.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
insurance would cover that deferral period. Now, is payment being made today on that particular
Well,
term?
Judge, is there a way to request community service for him?
I need a financial affidavit from
Okay.
your client, preferably before today. So let me look and see, do we have that?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Did we? But I'm kind of checking with staff to see also if they requested it. These are older cases. When we sent things, are we sending that? Okay. We're going to email that over to you. That's a financially based determination.
Okay.
I'll grant the deferred, but it sounds to me like we're not really ready to move I'll grant the deferred on the insurance charge. I will take the BPTA bar under advisement, but I need to get everything solved. So I'm going to schedule this for really effectively a sentencing hearing 2 weeks from today on April 6th.
Okay, that's perfect.
And I want to get that financial affidavit, the proposed deferred with signatures from you, counsel. The dismissal can be in there. Ms. Warren can put that in place.
Okay.
And I'll decide what to do about the MVI, that old MVI at that time. I don't really want to decide that now. I need to make sure that everything is going to close.
Okay.
And so I will take it under advisement, your requests.
Okay.
And
Is it April the 6th at 9 a.m. as well?
9 would be best, yes. But I'll hold the pleas for now. And it won't be, Ms. Warren will not need to have another pretrial with you. We're just going to do that as an open hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll send that to the email that we used for today's meeting. Okay, Ms. Williams?
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so
We'll
much.
also send you those forms so that you can get your client to fill those out. That'll give you time also to just get that insurance.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that way I can take that in on that same day. Okay?
All right. Thank
Any
you.
questions?
No, ma'am. The insurance and the documents, I can just send those back via email prior to the date.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Warren. Ms. Warren, your next person is actually going to be hold on, Audrey Soto. Ms. Soto, you'll receive an invitation for the breakout room, and Ms. Warren, I believe, is heading right over there. So just accept that, and it'll put you in there. And once you get in there, you'll unmute yourself. Okay. So I will move on now to my next case on my docket. And there I have the Alvarez family. Mr. Alvarez, let's see, let me find you folks. Did they leave? No. They keep leaving and coming in. They are Janet Gonzalez.
Huh?
There y'all are. Great. Okay, very good. Thank you. So are you in a moving vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, y'all need to pull over because we're gonna have trouble with y'all moving with the sound and everything. Are you in the back seat?
Yes. We're in the front seat. You want us to move in the back seat?
Who's driving this vehicle?
No, we're not. No, we're parked.
Okay,
We're parked.
you're parked. Because you're freezing up. Like right now, you're frozen. Which happens when the vehicle's moving.
Which one me to do?
Well,
Go
I'm just
outside?
trying to troubleshoot why I'm gonna have difficulty hearing you. So I don't know the answer. Where are y'all located?
I'm using her phone.
Okay, if your vehicle is moving, get the driver to stop the vehicle. If that's already happened, I understand, but if that's already happened, we have a terrible connection. If you can go to a location that has Wi-Fi, that's going to help you. I don't feel like I can conduct this hearing very effectively because I'm not even catching half of your words. I'm catching 0 words. It's just fuzz.
All right.
That's a connectivity issue.
All right. Well,
Stop moving around.
man,
You need to
Yeah.
stop moving around.
hold on, man.
Okay.
Come
I'm
on,
going to
no,
mute
man.
you.
All right.
You need to stop
Hold on, man.
moving
Let me go over
around.
here.
So I muted you because you're not hearing me. You need to stop moving around. Why don't you call back when you can sit down and pay attention? Hopefully they'll come back in. Right now, I'll move to the Reynolds case. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Reynolds.
Good morning.
Let me review your case for a moment.
I had so many court dates. I wanted to speak to you, and the last Zoom that we had did not do all of this that it's doing now. I was at
Do
work.
all of
I
this
work
that
at
it's
the Red.
doing now. That's a little unclear. You mean you're having connectivity problems?
The last Zoom I did, never did any of this.
Any
The
of
whole
what?
time that I didn't go to the cameras and I can see you.
Are you able
That
to
is-
see?
Yes, I can. I can see you now.
Okay, good. Are things working?
Yes. And I was
So,
working.
Just
I
let
was-
me, you're gonna need to let me talk for a moment, okay? It looks like we have 4 cases. One is a no driver's license charge. It's a very old case from 2008, October 10th of 2008. No driver's license. You were, I believe, 16 at the time. The costs and fines are $174. How are you pleading to that charge?
I'm going to plead guilty. It was so long ago, I do not remember.
Okay. Have you been able to see, do you want to look at copies of things before you move forward?
No, actually, I have copies of them. That's what I was going to talk to you about. They're like 10 years ago, and I'm almost 30 years old now.
Yeah.
Earlier.
The thing is,
young things
though,
come back on.
The thing is, though, we don't really just, if you wait long enough, you outwait it, and then you don't have any consequences. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, honestly, I didn't know I had it. I was taking care of it.
Right. Well, so, I mean, are you saying you never got a ticket?
No, I'm probably
Because
Jane
I'm
back then.
looking
I
at
was
it.
probably young and dumb, like you said, young and dumb.
Okay, that's different from, I didn't know.
No, I was
You
probably
signed
young
it.
and dumb. I'm almost 30 now.
Yeah, I get it. Well, you're not almost 30, you're 26. But what I'm trying to say to you is, it really is important to me from a sentencing standpoint. If I've got someone 10 years later acting like it wasn't them and they didn't know, I'm starting to get like, okay, we're not going to have very much success getting this resolved because you signed it, it was your ticket. Okay. So to me, admitting it is like step one, There's another one. There's another one a year later, February 21st of 2009, and it has fines and costs of $174. How are you pleading to that charge?
It's long ago. I'm gonna plead as well guilty.
Okay. Then we have a theft charge from July 15th of 2008. How are you pleading to that charge?
It's not your turn. She's talking to somebody else. You have to wait.
She removed us. I don't know how she got it back.
Ms. Reynolds, can you hear me? Just a moment. Listen, just starting to talk is actually not appropriate. It's not your time right now. Ms. Reynolds, can you speak? Ms. Reynolds, you're frozen. I'm going to give the computer time and see if it's on our end. Okay, folks who are pending, if you get in a car and drive around, first of all, if you're driving on a meeting, you're breaking the law. Okay, and I'll remove you. And I will reschedule you and not let you back in. So that's one thing. Two, if you're having problems with me hearing you, you hearing me, or you seeing us, or me seeing you, that means you're not connecting well. You need to either get to a Wi-Fi or you need to stop moving around. If you're walking around, looking all around, I know you're moving around and you're creating the problem. So I can't work with that. Sit down and pay attention. I don't need to fuss, but it's frustrating because I'd like to talk with you. The Alvarez family, y'all need to sit down and pick a place. Okay. Okay. Ms. Reynolds, I'm waiting to see if you can connect and unmute your phone.
I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry.
Listen, it happens, but let's just keep moving forward.
Yes.
Okay. So the theft charge from 2008 has fines and costs of $269. How are you pleading to that charge?
I'm going to plead guilty as well because it was old, 2008.
Okay. And then a driving while license invalid charge from 2019. The fines and costs are $417.17. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. All right. So now, just some questions. I do have the paperwork that you submitted with your financial information included. And are you working at this time?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're providing is true, correct, and accurate, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Are you still working at the Ranch House Inn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And approximately a week, you're taking home about 180?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
12, 10, and 9.
And the 12-year-old, what's that child's name?
Madeline.
Reynolds?
Guile, Gile.
Thank you. And your 10-year-old?
Daniel, Guile, Gile as well.
And your final 9?
Kaylin, Kaylynn, Gile as well.
Okay. Daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Are you the only income to your home?
Yes.
Do you receive food stamps or utility assistance?
No, my kids currently do not live with me right now. I live where I work. I live in a hotel.
Okay. And do you get utility assistance?
No. I live in a hotel, so I pay monthly. So everything's together. I pay $9.45 a month.
And that's everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm showing that you wouldn't be able to pay even that rent.
I know. Well, I pay the rent. She works with me because I work for her.
Right. How
So
are you
that's-
paying for yourself?
That's the only way I live here. Whenever I can, I just pay my cell phone whenever I can. It's $35 a month.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not on. Sometimes I use the Wi-Fi here. So
Okay. So I'm going to order community service.
and I don't mind working. I will work my butt off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll forgive it. 52 hours of community service. Okay. We're going to try
Okay.
60 days. Listen, we're going to try 60 days. We might need more time. It can be hard to find enough hours out there that are supervised. Okay. So what I need you to do then is come by and sign the paperwork, including a waiver that just says if you're injured, they don't have coverage. And it will be a list of places where you can choose to do the work, plus some written directions and a couple of timesheets to keep track of your hours. If you can't get it all done and turned in by May 25th, you'll need to come to the court or go online and apply for an extension not later than like the day before that day, okay? So that you don't go
Yes,
to warrants, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have warrants at this time? Okay. All right. Can you swing by and get your paperwork?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. All right. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Warren, we're having connectivity issues today. Bear with me.
Okay.
Ms. Soto, I will ask you to unmute. Ms. Warren, were y'all able to speak, and are we moving forward to trial?
Actually, Ms. Soto did change her plea. I offered her in exchange a plea and bar. So she will pay 2 of those tickets. One dog at large and 1 no rabies tag. And the other 2 will be dismissed.
Okay. Do you have the number on the 2 dismissal cases?
Yes, I will dismiss the TAS 20808-153. And then the 6029 and 6038.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm a little bit confused. Hold on.
It's
just
fine.
a minute. One is TAS 20808-152, 6038.
Yes.
And the other is 20808-153, 6038. Is that correct?
Well, there's 2 series. And so if you look at the TAS 20808-152,
okay,
and there's 2 tickets in that series.
Yes.
So she's going to pay the 6029 and the 6038 in that series. And then I'm going to dismiss the 2 tickets from the TAS 20808-153 So the only difference is one number there, the 3 and the 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dismiss those 2, ending in 5-3.
Okay. I think I understood you.
Okay.
I don't know. To me, I find it very confusing because you'll say 6038, but there are 2 of those. And there are 2 with 6047. So to me, I just need to know is we're dismissing 1526038 and 1526047. Is that right?
No, you're confusing me now. Because both of the tickets that end in, the difference in the 2 tickets is the 152. In the TAS series, 152.
I have 2 tickets with 152. So
Yes, and those 2 tickets with 152 will be the ones that she pays.
okay, she's paying those.
Yes.
Okay,
And
then I understand.
Okay.
When are those
Yeah.
getting paid?
She did express issues with payment, and I told her that you would discuss that with her.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'll move you forward. Your next person, see if
Okay.
Ms. Sifford has a payment plan on file, is Anthony Taylor. And let me find Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, you'll receive a invitation, and please accept and move forward. Did Ms. Soto have a payment application on file?
It looks like it was sent to her, but maybe she didn't return.
Okay. Ms. Soto, it's going to be hard for me to take the information in because you didn't send it. So I need that from you now.
Okay.
Can we email it to you and have you fill it out and email it back? Can you print it and email it back?
Yes, ma'am. Do you have my email address?
I would assume so, since we sent you the meeting to be here today and you clicked on it. We mailed it. Okay, we don't have it. May we have that? Can you email that to, can you email to us now?
Yes.
I mean, I don't really like giving people's contact information out over the internet. So what I can do is email that to you right now, separately. I'm emailing you the court's email, and you can email, what you can do is email me your email right now.
Okay.
And I can give it to the clerk, and she will email you that form. If you'll print it, fill it out, and send it back over to us. And once you've done that, you need to be quick about it. Put your hand up, and I'll work you back in, okay? Are you typing your email?
Yes, I just sent it.
Okay. Okay. I'll mute you and we'll send that to you. You should have it shortly. And then when you're finished sending it over to us, I'll know to look for it. Let me know. Great. Let's try again with the Alvarez family. It looks like y'all are moving around still when I've asked y'all to stop. Okay. Now, don't walk around and move around because it's going to make
I'm not walking around.
You were.
Yeah, I was.
Yes, you were. I watched you do it. You don't go underneath an awning and back out from underneath an awning without movement. Just hold still.
Okay.
Are you in a moving vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's driving that vehicle?
You want me to pull over?
Who's driving the vehicle?
My cousin.
Where? Yeah, y'all need to pull over and come back into the meeting. I've said it twice. I'm removing you. I'll reschedule you for another day unless you pull over and get back in the meeting holding still. I'm removing you now. Please, folks. It just makes it harder. All right. So let me see. I don't believe I have anyone on my docket anymore besides them. The Docket firm is here, and they came in rather late, but I'll get them in a moment. But you know, there were two people here from the Docket firm. Mr. Stone, who are you representing?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. Todd had to drive in, so I logged in.
Who are you representing?
It is Alexis Ochoa.
Okay, is Alexis Ochoa on the docket, please? Alexis Sanchez Ochoa, gotcha. Okay, well, we should be coming up to you pretty soon. She's currently working with this was one. Meet everybody again. People keep unmuting themselves. She's working with Mr. Taylor. Y'all are next. Let's see. So we have Taylor. Sanchez Ochoa. Councilman. And Frankenhorn. Okay, Ms. Warren, on the Anthony Taylor case, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor has changed his plea to no contest. I have offered a deferred in that case. He has expressed needing a payment plan. He can make, and I've broken that up into 3 payments.
Okay.
And he can make the first payment today.
Okay, and that would be $85.
I told him 84, but whatever you break it down in that 3, yes.
Okay, 84.
That'll work too.
Okay.
So I think I had 84 2 times and then 86 the last time.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, I'll need a payment application. Does the court have one? Because I don't have one in what I was given. Have you filled out a payment application? In order to grant that payout within that deferred, I want that application, but I will follow the agreement. So can you get that to me today? Did we send that?
No.
We will
I
send
can
that
actually
to,
be.
sorry?
I can actually be up there within the next couple of minutes if need be.
Okay, what we can do is have all your documents ready and the one we want from you as well. And you just fill it out and you'll have signed copies of everything.
And
Ms. Warren, what were those dates again?
and you said which one?
I'm sorry? Mr.
Huh?
Taylor, can you repeat that?
You said what was the?
So
I
when
was
you come,
asking. You said what was the paperwork that I needed?
Right, it's a payment application for me to approve that payout in your deferred. It's a 2-page, it's very quick.
I need to,
When you get here, we'll have it and you
okay.
can fill it out, okay? Okay, Ms.
Yes, ma'am. Let me
Soto,
see something. Is this right here the application, ma'am?
Yes, that looks right. Just hold on a moment, Mr. Taylor. Ms. Warren, what dates were those again?
He's gonna make
Yes,
his
ma'am.
first payment today,
Okay,
and then
and then?
his next payment will be due April 23rd. And the last payment, May 21st.
Okay. All right. So, sir, we'll have your documents at the window and you can bring that one that you filled out.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know where we're located?
Yes, ma'am. Y'all are right off of Main, right?
We're on 3rd Street.
It's right off of Main Street, right?
We're on North
3rd?
3rd. Where you pay the water
Yes,
bill.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll have your
Yes, ma'am. I'll
paperwork
be
at the
over.
front desk. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
Ms. Soto, I'll be right with you. That's a deferred. Ms. Warren,
Yes.
law firm of Takac has a representative here by the name of Blake Stone, and that is on the Sanchez Ochoa case.
Okay.
Mr. Stone, you'll receive an invite. We'll talk to y'all shortly. He has gone in. Yeah, just make a note that he needs to do that. Okay, I'm going to let the Gonzalez family, well, it's really the Alvarez family in, but Ms. Soto, I see your hand. I'll be right with you. And Ms. Soto, if you'll unmute, that's going to help me.
Okay. Can I come in to fill out the paperwork because I have to go to Staples to go get the printout?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Here's the thing though, when you come in, I'm going to reschedule you because likely we'll be done before you get here and get that done. So drop it off. I'll try to decide before the reschedule.
Okay.
And if we get everything ironed out before that next date, it'll cancel that date. Otherwise, I'll get it sorted on the next date. Okay. April 6th. Okay. So you'll just come by, you'll sign that paperwork, you'll fill everything out, and I'll look at ability to pay then. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That'll come right to me. So I should probably decide that today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. On Ms. Soto's case, that was that one with the 2 dismissals. She's rescheduled to April 6th to give her time to get her paperwork. She's having trouble. And she's going to fill it out today when she comes by to sign her reset. And I'll probably just decide it before then. It'll just be sentencing. We just need to get those dismissals. Yeah, from this one. Okay, Sanchez. That is Alvarez. You can unmute. Okay. Is there any way y'all can put your device down in a stationary position? Just put your device, hold it very still, or put it down on a surface.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez, you're charged with a theft under $100 on February 20th, 2021. If you pay the fines and costs, they are $296. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. Ms. Alvarez, how old are you today?
Samuel? For Samuel?
Angelica.
I'm 17.
Okay, where do you go to school?
Belton High School.
And what grade are you in?
10th.
Are you attending class at this time? Have you been attending? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you understand your options for pleading guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you pleading to the charge?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? You can't plead for her.
Ma'am, she didn't have nothing to do with it. It was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're coaching her to plead guilty and you're telling me she didn't do it.
Well, I told you to listen, man.
Yeah, don't scold her in front of me. And, you know, if you got your child in trouble, then you really have no business interfering in her case.
Okay. Sorry, man.
Okay. Ms. Alvarez, I'm going to ask the prosecutor I'm entering a not guilty plea on your behalf at this time, and I'm going to ask the prosecutor to review the case. That means you're going to get on another meeting like this with us in a couple of weeks. Okay.
Sure.
I need you to come sign for those times changes so that you don't go to warrant. Can you do that today?
Today? What time, man?
As soon as possible.
Yes.
Okay. Set her up for the pretrial process. Let's let the prosecutor review the case. Sir, if you want to make some kind of statement to that prosecutor, you can be in that meeting for that purpose only. Otherwise, it's her case.
Okay.
Okay, so, you know, at that meeting, if you want to make a statement to this prosecutor about what happened, you've already pled on your case, you're allowed to do that. But then, you know, she's 17.
Yeah.
And it is not helpful for a parent to come in and start entering a plea for their child, implicating them, and giving me conflicting information. Okay. So I'm moving that to the pretrial process. And if Ms. Warren visits with you, it would be brief. And then whatever's happening, you're going to need to step out at that point so that she can have an honest conversation.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all are coming by to sign her paperwork at that time, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And regarding your situation, at this time you were unemployed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Struggling to make ends meet? Right now, are y'all struggling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One of the things that I do when I order community service is I definitely point you to the food banks, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And, you know, you can volunteer your time at a food bank and I'll give you credit and they'll give you food as long as you work.
Okay.
So that's going to be the top of my list. You go check it out, get your hours done. It's 13 hours. I'm actually going to give you 30 days to get that done. April 27th is your due date. And when you're here with your daughter to sign her paperwork, you'll sign your paperwork and you'll get that list of places to go volunteer for those hours.
Okay.
You're going to keep track of your hours. You're going to have to get them to sign off at that place. It can't just be some friend of yours. It's got to be a supervisor at one of the places listed, okay? Are y'all going to head on over here now?
I can't hear you.
Will you be driving over here now, heading over here now?
Well, I'm going to my dad's house right now. See if he drives me over there. But I'll be there today. I don't know what time, but I'll be up there today.
Okay, try to shoot for noon.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Warren and Mr. Stone.
Your Honor, Mr. Stone is considering an offer that I've made.
Okay.
And so I advised him that if I do not receive an acceptance of the offer, he would need to appear to announce ready at the final pretrial.
Okay. And let me just get that final pretrial. Is that May 25th? Or May 5th, excuse me? Let me double check with the court's record.
Yes, ma'am. I'm showing May 5th at 2 p.m.
We're training new people right now, so just bear with me. They're doing wonderfully well, but I'm not getting information fast yet because everybody's trying to learn, and that's a good thing. Okay, so we'll either see you May 5th or the case will be fully resolved. That means my signature and any class payments records due. Okay? All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're free to go.
Y'all have a good one.
You too, sir. Thank you, Miss Warren.
Thank you.
And your next person is Miss Council, Tiona, who's been very patiently waiting quietly, I might add. I'm asking her to unmute. Miss Council, I'm sending you an invitation. You'll go to what is essentially a breakout room with Miss Warren, okay?
Okay. Yes,
There
ma'am.
you go. All right. After Miss Council, we have Mr. Conlon. And after Mr. Conlon, we have Mr. Plankenhorn. Plankenhorn. I did say that right. So we're just all kind of cooling our heels for a minute. And I'll be busy with just doing papers, okay? If anybody needs my attention for some reason, there's a button at the bottom that says reactions, and it allows you to raise your hand or just start waving on the screen. I can respond to either one. And Oakley and Prentice, I'll review their cases in a minute. See if I can make any kind of movement. Ms. Gonzalez, would you mind grabbing my papers out of the cubbies? I'm just sitting here. I might as well be working. Thank you. Mr. Conlon, I see that you have the paperclip bending habit that I have.
I apologize if I sit too long getting fiddle.
That's exactly what I do. I start bending the wire around me. So
Yeah, I'm fascinated with butterfly clip now for some reason. I can't seem to leave my desk.
I understand.
soon as this is over, we can go get it and then we'll put it down here for the clerks to have them sign it. To confirm 13 hours of community service. And next one, 5/4/27. Yes, a little excited. Yeah. This is that one. This is this one. Okay, let's try to go back to him. It's just Tim, Anthony. He's caught. Yeah. No, because we already have that part on. Just put them to 7/27/29. Two papers. Oh, we have to get to the next one. Let's see it on here. Yeah. So. Yolanda, I'm sending you, it's an older case. And the person is in the DIC, which I don't know. It says it's letting me send it to you. So, okay. But what I want to see is, they're requesting time served. And, well, I'm not sure it's going to let me send it to you, but, oh, that's weird. Okay. It is letting me know. They may have been in jail because it's been a while and they're one of those people, but I don't have anything in the file.
It's in there. Yeah. She won't get a suspension because she's only deferred. But if she took a guilty conviction, then yeah, she'll get a suspension for 30 days, but it starts 11 days from the date that the judge finds her guilty. So if she was found guilty today, you would count out 11 days and that's when she would. Yeah, we can.
I'll have some tape.
Yes.
Sorry, would you copy that for me before I cut it up? Thank you. Oh my gosh. This letter the other day, it's from my doctor, but isn't my doctor anymore, but he was at one time. audiology specialist, right? Totally intelligent guy. He is completely idiot. That we sent him from show cause because he mailed everything out. And we should know better. Well, we didn't see it. So how would we know that he sent it? He sent him an advanced medical license. And he flipped through that. He's like, man, outraged. And he can't believe he's being required to take any time about it. Now that his, he's got a full caseload, and yet still you need that paperwork from you. Wow, it's really abusive. It's shocking. I would never behave that way, baby. Somebody might tell somebody. It's like no filter. Like, back when I had the brain tumor, so first. And I'm so glad I transferred to somebody else. He seems so nice. Let's see. Okay. Ms. Warren, Ms. Counsel, are we moving to trial or do we have the case moving to resolution?
We're moving to resolution, Your Honor. I am offering Ms. Counsel to take a alcohol and drug class, and that certificate will be due by her next court date, which is May 5th. I believe it's 12 hours.
Yes, it would be.
Okay, so if she takes that 12-hour class and return that certificate, I will dismiss the case.
Yes, I know you have that program. Thank you for making it available. Ms. Counsel, if I receive that dismissal request, I will sign it. That means that you need to do what you've promised to do, but more importantly, to really get into safe behavior so that you stay well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have you scheduled for the 5th? I believe we do. Do you have that paperwork? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. And do you have what you need in order to find the proper class?
Yes, ma'am. She's going to email it to me.
Okay. We will see you on the 5th of May unless we have everything that we need before then. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're fine.
And I believe you're down to, let's see, Mr. Conlon and Mr. Blankenhouse. So Mr. Conlon's been patiently waiting, and let me give him that invitation to join that breakout room. And Mr. Conlon, if you'll accept, then that will move you forward. Thank you. Okay, just reviewing the 2 no-shows I had. On Mr. Oakley, I showed that his court date was set for the 16th. And then on the 16th, it says case set for the 23rd. But I just have Mary saying that. I don't have anything in the file. I don't know that he received notice of the setting. He was in on the 16th, and he dropped off a payment application, and he is indigent. But I don't believe we have a plea either.
It looks like he's trying to do driving safety things.
Yeah, I don't think that he knows. So my order is that we reset him for 2 weeks for
Okay.
Zoom.
Okay.
And email it and also send a hard copy because that's hardly fair.
Okay.
And some kind of oversight, but let's not make a mistake. Okay. I don't see, he may have, but I don't see proof. And I couldn't sign a warrant on that, so we might as well give him another shot. If the mistake is ours, we can shore up any errors in his favor. Thank you.
I sent it to 2 different addresses, because we have 2 different addresses, so I sent it to both.
Okay, on Mr. Prentice, he actually entered a plea. He asked for community service. He was, apparently he doesn't want to talk about his options. So I'll accept the plea. Enter in order that he complete community service. 14 hours. Let's give him 60 days. He actually turns up. I think he might have just an issue with showing up on electronically, but we can advance that forward and give him, just mail it to him. Yeah. No reason to delay that. The plea's in the file already, so. There's no point in doing a warrant now. We can do a KPS profile later if he doesn't. Yeah. We'll show cause him if he don't. She's got 2 dismissals, and I'm trying to get her payment application to decide if I can order community service. If she's here and I get that payment out, I can go ahead and fill it out. I mean, you know, make an order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way she can sign off on everything and not have to come back. It's not been, how's it been out front? Really?
It has been.
Better than boring. You doing okay?
Yeah, it's just hard to train somebody.
It is, it feels real chaotic to do it too. Yeah, it is hard.
I feel like I'm pulling her in every direction.
You are. I'm sure get used to it.
We did those ones. That's right. We just didn't finish it. So that's it. So we just need to. Yeah, it's on the third one. We can just go. Okay. I didn't email it to her. I just made her copies. Okay. I
We're live on TV. So, yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I found that to be alarming.
Yeah.
Well, just tell them you can't guarantee anything, but that they need to get here as quickly as they can safely. Yeah. But ultimately, yeah. It's just, if you give them any leverage, they're going to take it.
They'll have to be separate community service. No, we just have to, you know how you put the conviction in and then you put the community service in on the sentencing under. Yeah, yes, you do have that label, and then you want the community service. Yeah, so anytime you're in here, you're always gonna refer back to that, yeah. Upstairs, it's different. Yeah. Like, yeah, upstairs it's different, but.
Yeah. Okay, I need some help. I no longer have access to classes here, there, or anywhere. And I need to look at case number. And it's full. I mean, Melissa sent me the whole file, but I'd have to pull up each document and try to sort it out. I really need a big picture. So C19 8086 99A. And I'm just going to ask y'all to pull it up and like we'll just scroll through it slowly.
I think we have to close it. And then close that. And then it's not easy. And then just move on that. The watch here. What's on that? There it is. Okay, now let me see. Or quick.
Do y'all have questions?
She doesn't. And she was logged in as her, but I just,
I'm
we can
sorry.
switch. It's okay. It's good that you're asking me because I'm trying to do it.
Yeah. Good point.
Yes, you have it upstairs, but we might have to.
Right. Did you see the last thing on it?
I'm looking actually for, I need a sense of the whole file. Just go forward. Good. 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 Oh, stop. Victim restitution request. Medical, dental. Go forward. Just a moment. Please. Just 1 second, please. Okay. Ms. Warren, Mr. Conlon, do we have a
Yep.
resolution or are we moving to trial?
We're moving to trial, Your Honor.
Okay. We have a final pretrial setting, and that's where we hear additional pretrial matters. Also, I will be setting a bond at that time and scheduling that trial. You'll have a choice there at that time to go to jury or to see if the state agrees to go to a bench trial. I believe that's scheduled for May 5th. Let me just double check that. Yes. Mr. Conlon, we'll see you there. Thank you. And Ms. Warren, Mr. Plankenhorn is here. He had an unfortunate situation. He was given the wrong link, and he's been patiently waiting. And Mr. Plankenhorn, definitely not least, okay? We just had a busy full docket today. And Ms. Warren is here on the pretrial docket with you, and she'll actually meet with you in a breakout room, and you'll be sent to that breakout room. You'll be given an invitation to go to that breakout room in just a quick moment. And you'll just accept it. And when you're done with that conversation, you'll come back in here. So you should have received that. And then if you'll just click on that, it'll take you there. Mr. Plankenhorn? Mr. Plankenhorn? Mr. Plankenhorn? Mr. Plankenhorn? Okay, Mr. Plankenhorn, you're going to need to accept that invitation or unmute yourself. I've asked you to unmute and talk to me about what's going on. Thank you. No, when they go into that meeting, you don't see them.
Okay.
I can see them, but. Yes, thank you. Okay, go to the next page. Go to the next page. Okay, thank you. Continue. Continue. Yes. Keep going. Again. 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 Yes. Yes. Continue. Continue. Yes. Yes. What was that balance? 1263. Continue. Yes. Yeah, I avoided that because you can't get restitution. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Can we look in her? I didn't see a judgment. At all, right? Just an order. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a corrected judgment. And then there wasn't one even attached to the payment application, right? Okay. The payment plan. Can we see in this system or the old one what was okay? And that's, does it have an amount? That's a plea. Can we see what her original fines and costs were? Let's call it.
So it looks like the cost was 70.
Because there's restitution. Okay. Well, that helps because I thought we hadn't even put it in there. And what was the final judgment amount? 1288.65. Okay. I guess Melissa's going through and reviewing all the restitution cases. And it's not been working the way we thought, so. Restitution request was $1,022.65. So the fine went up on that case.
And then once everything's done, we'll start the bottom here. It's not even to yeah.
be right with you. Okay. Thank you. On the Blankenhorn case, it's a stop sign charge. Are we moving toward trial or are we having a resolution before then?
We have a resolution, Your Honor. Mr.
Okay.
Blankenhorn will take a deferred. He does need a payment plan. He can make his first payment today, $78. And his next payment is due April 23rd. And the last one on May 21st.
Okay, that's fine. And those are 78, and
yes.
Let's see. Okay. And Mr. Blankenhouse, I always want to, Blankenhorn, I want to call you Blankenship. Mr. Blankenhorn, I will follow that request. You look young, but you're actually not under 25, so we're not going to need a class. It is for 120 days. In order to grant that, I do need a payment application and I need your signature on the document. If we email that to you in Belton, can you scan it, fill everything out? I'm sorry, print it, fill everything out and scan it back over to us?
I was going to go in today. Can I not just fill it out to when I make the payment? Could I fill it out at the?
Absolutely. That'll work fine. What time can we look for you?
I am going to head out right as soon as we finish this.
Okay, before 1 then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll look for you. Just when you get here, there's a number on the door to call, and we'll walk you through the protocols to get in. We shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes of your time. You'll have copies of everything. You'll have everything when you leave. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any further questions?
I wanted to apologize for earlier when I went to the
I don't think
breakout
it was
room.
your fault.
Yeah, I could hear your audio, but
something happened.
You couldn't hear me responding, and so it was making me prove I wasn't a robot thing before going to the room.
No.
So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I could hear you, and I was like, oh no, I was trying to let you know I'm not ignoring you. I promise. I can hear you. You can't hear me.
Listen, that's not even remotely the most frustrating thing. So I'm sorry that experience caused you stress, but we're all good. Don't worry. Okay. No need to apologize for something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
But thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Blankenhorn. Nice record collection.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Ms. Warren, anything you need us to pay attention to today?
No, I think I've got it.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.